So one thing I'd like to do now is add a little bit of a tapering to the top of this bag. So I'm going to go into edit mode. I'm going to push 7 on my keypad to get a top view, and I'm just going to do a box select so that we got basically the top area selected. And then I'm going to push S to scale, and oh gosh, I have a problem. So that's not quite what I wanted to happen. So what I want to do is turn on proportional editing. It's at the top of my 3D window. It's like a large white dot in the middle of a circle. And when I do that, it will adjust not just the selected area that I'm scaling up or down, but areas that are adjacent to it within a certain sphere of influence. And the further from the sphere of influence it is, or the further to the edge it is, the less powerful the influence is. So now if I go ahead and I scale, I get something like this happening. Well, that's not exactly what I wanted either. So that's not the type of taper I wanted in this particular case. So let's zoom out a little bit and just take a look here. Well, that circle, when I pushed S, is my sphere of influence. That's not what I wanted. So let me Control Z, get that back to what I wanted. I'm going to push S to scale, and now I'm going to roll the wheel on my mouse, my middle mouse wheel, and shrink that down quite a bit. And I'm just going to push Enter because I don't want to scale just yet. I'd like to be able to zoom in a bit on what I'm doing. Also, bear in mind, just like any number of options, I have the ability to scale through this menu that pops up as well when I choose scaling. In this case, I think I'm just going to eyeball it. So let's just try this again. If I push S to scale and scale it down, we can see that there's a more gradual effect happening, much closer to what I want. Now, the thing is, too, though, I'm wondering, I'm going to Control Z a bit. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to scale. I'm going to move it down a bit. But I want the scaling down to happen more on the y-axis, front to back, than on the x-axis. So I think I'll do it again. I'll do an S, and this time I'll push Y on my keyboard and scale it down so that it scales more on this dimension than on this dimension. Uh, and I think for my purposes, I think I'm going to leave it like that for the moment. That at least gets me closer to the mark for what I'm looking for.